All right, guys, let's get busy. All right, guys, just came up with that big win over the Steelers. Let's not let it get us down. Let's do what it do.
Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. Jordan Love and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Play fake. Here's Love. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll get it up just short of the
Good job, guys.
At the 44. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Love. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have it first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Love. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Run, Cook.
Pick up a 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Good run.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On play action. Love to throw. Touchdown.
Good throw, Love. Beautiful, baby.
Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys
the money.
have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And Johnson's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry for Rashad White. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6.
Oh, come on. They always do that cheap shit.
They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Big hit.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Tannehill. This one taken in by Otten. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start. Now Tannehill.
Picked off. Got him.
In the air and intercepted.
Good job.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It's a bad blocking, guy.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Love now. Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Good throw.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down.
Take it to the second quarter. Take it to the second.
Conversion. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now Cook running right. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cook up the gut. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That was the 1st down. All you guys cheating.
And all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this throw
Do that too late. Come on.
the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out.
I can see that fucking guy. Come on.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder, this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill.
Good hit. Way to be there. That was me to pick that off.
Too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25.
Good run back.
Blocking on the return, it springs him for 25. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. James Cook running back out now. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Slant one.
And that is incomplete.
He dropped it.
Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correct.
He rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Come on, guy. What are we doing?
They're going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something.
That's the wrong guy. The guy right in front of you. You threw that ball that bad. That's not the right play. It's on to the under guy. Oh, come on, guys.
Really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
All right, we trying to fuck this up, guys.
Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Picked off. Good defense, guys.
Broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. James Cook running back out now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got some space here.
All right, let's not mess it up this time, guys. Let's get a field goal. We had 2 turnovers.
Rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Love
looking
to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
This is my rollout 1.
Not before getting this inside the 25.
Good job.
Catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, Love to pass. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Love. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't.
That was terrible.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. they have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
Picked off.
For Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark.
Good job.
He takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Johnson for the extra point try. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill over the middle. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Here's Tannehill. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're going to get this
guys, what was that?
37. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
That's complete to White. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Jared Goff with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
You doing, shooting pool, boy?
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine
All right.
work as always.
Okay,
As we
bye-bye.
welcome you back for quarter number 3. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 30 on second down, Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Tannehill. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Guys, what was that?
That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
To the air again, Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Big hit, big hit.
Good for just 3. And that will bring up second down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
To throw again on second down. Tannehill. Throw right side. Taken in by Godwin. Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go.
Stop right here, guys.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill.
Oh, good defense.
Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make a takeoff for the runner to find a hole.
82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And some room to work.
Big run, Cook.
45 at the 44. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Love now to pass on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the
good job, Cook. Big run.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Love.
Drag route.
He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Back to the ground, Cook.
You barely made that first. Good job, Cook.
Yardage to the 35.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff now. Miller about 3 yards there to the 27.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's
that's enough to move the chains.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they're knocking out
Big run, Cook.
As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Tannehill. And the Cowboys pressure gets
big fat guy.
time for the sack. Jonathan Allen breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Good job, guys.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Logan Hall is there for the stop.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Take it to the 4. Take it to the 4.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's Cook again.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
145 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A give. This is Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Miller.
Good job.
Into the end zone for a Cowboy
The big run right there.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And Johnson's extra point up and good,
and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out come the Bucs now.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball.
Big screen right there.
Go. He's got his offense moving again.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's good.
Big sack, guys.
They get to him back at the 40. Micah Parsons showing off that elite.
It's a huge sack right there.
As he gets the sack. Well, we're trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read because
after another screen, head caught.
Well, he's got no blocking in front of him. His guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on
fourth down. My God, wow.
Empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They run it again with Cook, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And this will not be enough.
I'm taking my 4th and 2.
He only gets 3.
Keep the clock running. Before to kick the field goal.
Charles, I think you
too close to punt.
Seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll run for it.
Good first down.
He's got the first down yardage as he takes
Would
it
he take the
down
4th and 4?
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense, right?
Yeah,
if you know,
on him.
right, you know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only
2 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you on.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a first carry for their fullback. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Wow.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On the give, this is their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation.
What happened?
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll
This
head
ain't
to the
flipped live.
sideline
What
and
happened?
talk over what to do next.
I just put up 2 clock. What happened? How'd that thing flip sides? Well, I got robbed on that one.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt
That's
comes
going
in
back
the
the right
4th
direction.
quarter.
This is some bullshit.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On first down, it's Tannehill. And this is caught by Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Tannehill. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Why y'all calling timeout, guys?
Called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tannehill throwing again. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
Good game, guys.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Good defense.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be at